Look, I get it. Why would you learn a 40-year-old text editor when VS Code exists and does everything? But here's the thing. While VS Code is eating RAM, like it's a shadi, Emacs is sitting there lightweight, running on your potato laptop from 2015. Today, I'm going to show you why some of the most productive developers I know still swear by this ancient beast. What if I told you there's an editor that can literally become any tool you want? And I mean any tool. Emacs in 2025 isn't just a text editor. It's a programmable second brain that can handle notes, code, and automation in one window. And in this episode, we'll go from how do I quit to actually doing useful work in minutes. Namaste engineers, welcome back to my channel. Today's goal is to demystify Emacs and give a simple path that works for non-engineers and power users alike. Emacs is an extendable editor that can be a node system, an IDE, a shell interface, and much more. Thanks to mods and packages developed over decades, features like WhichKey, modern language servers, make discovery and coding approachable, similar to how we did with NeoVim. However, in Emacs, WhichKey is shipped by default. Think of Emacs as frames. You know, the operating system, the windows that you see, or the panels. Windows are basically the splits that you can create, and buffers are where you're actually doing all your editing. So it's easy to show multiple things while staying in one session. There are 5 keys that you have to live by, especially when you're doing or using vanilla Emacs. Control X, Control F to open files, Control X, Control S to save the file, Control G as the panic button to cancel, Control X, Control C to exit, and Alt X to run any command by the name. Comment which editor you're using below. Vim, VS Code, NeoVim, Emacs, or something else entirely. Emacs has something called modes. Similar to how in NeoVim we have normal, insert, visual, etc. modes. In Emacs, modes are like masala dosa. The batter is the Emacs and the filling changes with the task. Major mode for the main dish, minor modes for chutney and side dishes. Okay, before you guys start getting bored, let's start installing Emacs and dive into it. Installing choices are plain and simple. You've got 2 easy paths. Path A, you choose the vanilla way with built-in package manager, clean start, etc. Path B, you choose a flavor, like how we choose different flavors for NeoVim. We have LazyVim, NVChad, Astro NVIM, etc. Emacs have something called Doom Emacs and Spacemacs, which are curated defaults with batteries included, so you don't have to sit and do configuration on your own. Path A is a quick start. Simply go to your terminal and using your package manager, if you're on Linux like I am on Arch, paru-s Emacs, and then that's it. It'll install all your packages that are required to ensure that Emacs gets compiled on your system. Just wait for it to get installed. It should take around a minute or 2, and that's it. Voila, you have your Emacs installed on your system. On macOS and Windows, there are downloadables available on the website of Emacs. Simply click the download button and enjoy. Path B, just fly over to Doom Emacs, GitHub, and copy and paste git clone command, and then simply run Doom install. It takes about 5 minutes or so to install the default configuration that Doom Emacs provide. Space Emacs or Spacemacs installs similarly in the similar way. Simply go over to the website, click install, and copy the command to clipboard. Paste it in your terminal, and voila, it will install your Spacemacs version for you. At any point when you're using your Emacs, remember, if your command feels stuck or your processing is taking too long, Ctrl and G is the universal keyboard quit command to back out safely from a command that isn't working or is stuck. Alright, after installing Emacs, the first thing that comes to mind is what the hell can I do with it? How is it different? What do I do? Well, first let's tackle the biggest elephant in the room, is the org mode. Org mode is basically a note editor for keeping all your to-dos, your checklists, and so on. And it's simple. Create a file ending in .org, add headings with stars, and toggle visibility with the tab key to zoom in and out of ideas very quickly. Make a quick to-do checklist, and if desired, generate an agenda later. Org agendas are straightforward ways to maintain your work life or workflows. They keep things fast and portable. Run code without ever leaving Emacs. Use meta or alt exclamation for a one-off shell command, or pop open a shell inside the window. This is Jugaad mode in the best way. Compose small, focused tools in one single workflow. You have your notes, you have your to-do lists, you have your code editor, all inside one single window or terminal, however you choose to use it. Do you want me to deep dive into Doom, Emacs, Space Emacs, or showcase a minimalist vanilla configuration? Let's open a poll and let me know what you would like to see next. Now let's see what else can we do. Discovery superpower with which key, which is enabled by default in Emacs, and then you can just say very simply Control and X, pause for a few seconds or half a second actually to see all the next options that you can do. No need to memorize everything. All configurations live in an init file, often named as init.el in your Emacs installation directory. You can add simple tweaks like enabling a theme or making day one feel friendly. Take a chai samosa break when you're installing packages, then come back to a setup which feels like home without wrestling with defaults, etc. Alright, quickly recapping, we learned the mental model, 5 keys, a safe install path, organization notes or org notes, running commands, and a small taste of how you can code inside of Emacs. Enough to get productive today and get you started on Emacs. Links to organization cheat codes and poll are in the description. Like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who thinks Emacs can't be approachable or just wants to explore Emacs but is scared. This was a quick intro on Emacs. See you again next time. Bye.